Hi, my name is Noel Davis with World Composting, and today we're going to take a look at the Vermibag Max. Now, it's been 48 days since our last update. We added quite a bit of food last time. This time, we're going to add 7 pounds, 5 ounces of food. So another fairly large feeding. We're going to keep these systems going. All my bag systems that I've done, except for the Urban Worm Bag version 1, which I'm still using the African night crawlers and getting used to that system. But these systems, the Urban Worm Bag version 2, my trash can system, and this Vermibag system, I'm really trying to continue to pour on the food. It's been a little longer than I wanted to, but hitting that 48-day mark, I really want to do this every 24 days at max. But hey, if it's going to work, it's going to work. Hopefully it's loaded with worms. Hopefully there's not a lot of bugs in it. We've had some fruit flies in there and some fungus gnats, but hopefully those are sort of gone right now. Might get a couple of them, but we'll see how that's going. We've got that trap in there, and we'll see how the system is doing. And again, as I said, another large feeding, another thing of bedding, and then I think I'm going to have to start harvesting these systems. I think they're getting really close to the top, and they're going to need to be emptied out via the bottom. And we'll go through that hopefully in another maybe 14 to 20 days or something like that. So with that, let's take a look at our system, see how it's doing. All right, here we are with our Vermibag Max. And let's go ahead and open this up here. And I'm not seeing any fruit flies. We still have our trap in here. It looks like there's actually, this looks pretty dark inside. I can't tell if there's bodies in there or not. Yeah, there are definitely a lot of fruit fly bodies in there. So those traps really work well, especially when added to your systems like this. They can kind of prevent them from getting out. And let's go ahead and take this off. And first off, you can see on the top here, we've got some worms, we've got some moisture. That's a good sign. We're going to go ahead and throw this off to the side for now. This will go right back in on top in a minute when we're done. So this system, look at that. You can see, look at all those worms on top. They're really starting to move through this material. The outsides, this happens with this system because of the way it's designed with this open top. The middle is really moist. The outside is kind of dries out a little bit, as you can see over here. In fact, let me zoom in just a little bit more. No reason to have you that far out. There we go. But as you can see right here in the center section, I mean, we're already seeing the casting build up. These castings build up and they're growing through that paper. I mean, most of the cardboard is really gone compared to the edges. And that's what moisture can do. Now, I am seeing a whole bunch of, I don't know if you can see them or not, but it looks like there's some pot worms on there. Some small white worms. Very normal to see those in a system. No big deal, really. We've got, of course, our avocado pit right here. These take a long time to break down. Actually, maybe you can see there's a pot worm right on the top there in the center. So they take a while to break down those seeds, but this system is doing really, really well, I think, right now. Look at this. Okay, we're just going to scrape off this top section. As I move it, you can just see the worms digging down and getting away from the light. But look at this. They've really moved through this material. This looks fantastic. We've got some of our harder stuff in here, like this is a mango seed right here. Those avocado mango seeds. We've got it looks like this is part of, I don't know what that is. Maybe some sort of stem from something. That's almost broken down as well. I mean, look at this. They've really moved through this material really well. This looks like this is probably a piece. This is probably avocado right there. That's probably avocado, like the inside of one. You can see this is just, here we go. We got our shell right here, an avocado shell. These things take a while to break down too, though. So another mango seed over here. I think that one feels really hard still. But so far, I mean, they're really working through this material. But as you can see, it's getting really high. So I think we are going to have to harvest this soon. Another avocado seed right here. Oh, this one's really soft. I can almost, yep, it's going to break right apart when I squeeze it. Look at this. Actually, no, there's not. I was going to say it looks like there was a worm in there, but this still has liquid in it. So that's going to go very quick now that that's open. But the worms are moving through this material very quick. All right, so we don't have a whole lot of cardboard in here left over, actually, surprisingly. They're really moving through that as well, which is a good sign. Let's just dig over in this corner a little bit over here. Again, another mango seed right here. No, nothing else, though. I'm not even seeing any, like, normally I find, I'm like, okay, this looks like it's a banana stem of some sort, or some sort of stem. It's very fibrous. That'll take a while to break down. Normally I see, like, some coffee grounds or something, or, filter, or... But there's another one of these. I don't know what that is. Maybe there's a artichoke stem, maybe, or something. I don't know. I don't know what that is. I don't know what I put in there that had that, but something very, very woody. But look at this, you can see them, they're just moving through this material like crazy. They're actually doing a great job in here. This system is really, really picked up. Okay, here we go. Here's something that we usually see in here. This is can't tell, but it's actually corn on the cob, or, you know, there's no corn left on there. It's just cob now. And then we got another piece right over here. That takes a while to break down. Very unsurprising to find those in here since I've added them. Oh, here we go. Here's a big chunk right here. Now again, you got a lot of worms on there, but this corn on the cob, look at that, just breaks right apart. It's hollow inside. So they're really doing a great job of working through this material here. Another avocado peel. I need to get better at breaking these up. I'm trying to get better at doing that when I throw them in, kind of smashing them up a little bit when they're frozen and cold. But wow, they're really making headway on the system here. But as I said, it is getting really tall. We've only got maybe 4 inches left before we're up to the top. It's not really compressing as much as it used to. We need to do a harvest on this. We're not going to do it today. I'm not quite ready for that, but we will do that soon. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to do what I've been doing with some of the other systems, especially as I'm getting ready to harvest them. I find that it's a really good idea to add some different materials for the worms to dig in. So we're going to add some Coco Coir, and this has a little bit of moisture in it. As you can see right there, there's some moisture right there. We're just going to break that up, spread it across the surface in here. This stuff really absorbs moisture well. Oops, a whole bunch left in here. Kind of stuck to the sides. I added some moisture to this just to get it a little bit more moist than last time when I threw it in the other bin. It was all dry. A little too dry, but there we go. Just kind of spread that out, give them something else to work into. This can go right into the garden as is, really. So it's like if it comes out the other side, it's no big deal. But just to kind of give them something and also kind of protect them a little bit. Now hopefully they're digging down. Right now I see some movement, but we're going to go ahead and get our crushed, actually, yeah, we'll put in the crushed crab and eggshell first. I'm now putting on a mask, so I might sound a little bit muffled. But I've got my mask on, and it's time to add this crushed crab and eggshell right here. So what we're going to do is going to go ahead and open that up and sprinkle this all over the top. This is a good grip for the worms, so that way they can chew through the food a little quicker. And balances out in case there's any citrus in here or anything like that in this the food that I'm adding. And I think, as I said, it was, what, 7 pounds, 5 ounces. And now we are ready for the food. Now I'm just going to slam this down. I got the food right here. I'm going to slam it down over here just to loosen it from the bottom of the container. Hopefully all the worms have dug down and out of the way. There we go. That's the first container of food here. Let's go ahead. We got some banana peels. Lots of banana peels. Lots and lots of banana peels in this one. This one is filled with it. Let's go ahead and flip this over. This is really stuck together. There we go. So we got another avocado shell here. Again, I said I'm going to try to break these apart a little bit more so they're in smaller pieces. The smaller the pieces, the faster the worms are going to work through it. I have videos demonstrating that if you go and search on my channel. But you definitely want to break things down. Smaller is better. Because the more microbes that get in there, the more that break it apart, the worms will get in there and break it apart even faster. So this one, I don't think I'm going to be able to get this apart right here. But we'll throw that over here. And then we've got another banana peel. Let's see, can we break that apart at all? We can break this apart a little bit. It's good to break these things apart, you know, move them around, spread them out a little bit. Now normally when you have this system in your own house, you wouldn't dig in it. You would actually just throw things on top and go along your day, you know, because the whole point is to actually build up that base level of material that you can then harvest. And when you dig around, you're sort of disturbing stuff, meaning that it could be all of a sudden you're getting something, digging something up that you wanted harvested, and you're putting that on top. So, all right, this is really frozen in here. We've got some carrot, we've got some raspberries, it looks like, some strawberry tops. Again, nice large feeding in these systems. I really want to keep these humming along. I can't break this last piece apart. I think it's just solid carrot and banana here. Oh, we got an apple core. There we go. More apple core. There we go. I think that's about as good as I'm going to do now. Let's go ahead and grab that second container and see what's in there. And I do try to vary what I'm feeding my worms, because it's important to give them a variety of dietary material. Just like, people, you want to make sure that they're eating some of the really healthy stuff and maybe some not healthy stuff. But this one right here, okay, this is a good mix. So we've got some, what is this, asparagus. We've got a little bit of cucumber, some clementine, celery, or is that lettuce? I think that's lettuce, actually. Banana peels, more coffee grounds, celery, or lettuce, more lettuce. This is a big feeding here with, but this one is more broken down into pieces rather than the other one, which is a little bit more together. So like even these coffee grounds right here are just falling right out of the bag. Apple cores. We've got a full clementine right here, it looks like, and then we got some clementine peels. We've already added our crushed crab and eggshell, so these should be good to go. I don't think I need to add any more on top. Yeah, there we go. Just spread it out just a little bit more and make sure you get all the corners and everything. So there's places for the worms to go. Not just in the center here, although the center is where they're going to be primarily focused because of the fact that that's where you have almost all of your moisture buildup is the center. The outsides don't get as much work because of that. Now, next thing we need is our cardboard. So I've got my cardboard pre-soaking here in this container. So it's already wet. And there might be a little extra moisture that comes out with it, so we're just going to slowly take this out here. Spread this around the system. It's definitely wet. I've been trying to throw a little bit more moisture in these systems as we get ready for, spring is here, but it's been up and down in temperature. But the basement's definitely warmer, which is great. But I'm hoping that the extra moisture, now that the warmth is here, will help the worms get a little bit more active than they were during the winter where it was cold. And I was worried about the moisture sort of hurting them. All right. So I've got a little bit of water left in the bottom here, as you can see. So I'm just going to sort of pour this in over the top here. Not too worried. I've got about stuff coming through the bottom. The material in there was really good. It was really a good moisture content, but we're adding some dry, mediocre wetness Coco Coir and some cardboard. And actually, we need a little bit more cardboard here. I'm going to grab some. I got it right over here. Now this is dry, but I'm just going to add some right over here just to make sure that this is all covered. I do like to make sure everything at least has a layer of cardboard over it. And that's it for our update. The last thing we're going to do here is add our lid back on, or our cover. So I head this off to the side. Our cover right here is going to go ahead and throw that on top. And as you can see, we're really close to the top here. I mean, now we're within right here we're going to be touching probably. And then we're going to go ahead and add our fruit fly trap back to this corner. And close this up. That's it for this update. So this system's doing really well. It definitely needs a harvest, and it's perfect time for me to start doing those harvests anyhow. So next time we'll probably do a harvest, and we'll come in and then add food to the top after that harvest. So with that, thank you for watching. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below and let me know. Thank you for watching.